What's good, all my ruthless addicts? It is your girl, Ticket to Shine. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. Yes, we're here to talk about Double Cross, a series that is airing right now on All Black TV. Now, if you haven't watched season one, two, or three of Double Cross, make sure you hit the link in the description below, which I will give you my recap of seasons one, two, and three to try to catch you guys up to where we are right now, which is season four. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. As we know, last week's episode, Robin, she was saved, y'all. She basically escaped from prison custody. However, she didn't, just say, "Oh, y'all come help me escape." But her boy, being DeAndre, was like, "No, I'm not letting my girl stay locked up. I'm gonna do what it is I have to do to get her out of it." So he did exactly that with the help of someone by the name of Gemini. Now he lets her know Gemini Cross is your birth mother, and Robin is like, why does she look like a mother? A mother for Robin was what they wore when she was a part of that sex trafficking ring synergy. So she was confused, like, why does she look like one of those ladies? And DeAndre says to her, it's not my story to tell. She has to let you know why she, who she is and why she is the way that she is. With that being said, we see our boy Eric Cross, who runs into, not only does he run into, he intentionally went to see, this is one of his exes, but she is very useful. She works in the lab at the hospital where they do DNA testing, where they can tell what's in certain medications. So with that being said, Eric knew we already know previous episode, Eric had been drugged and he's trying to find out where this specific drug came from, what was exactly in it, and that's what old girl's job is. She's gonna find out exactly what was in that particular drug. Now, Eric, he kind of broke her heart, so he has to kind of suck it up and let old girl know, hey, I'm sorry how things turned out, but we can still be friends. I can hope we can still be friends. So she finally says, okay, and Eric is fine. So 9 times out of 10, Eric can probably do a lot of wrong and people will put up with him for a very long time. So moving on, you guys, we see Tanya. Now, we already told y'all Tanya is the DA and this is her assistant. And they're basically trying to figure out how in the heck, or not how in the heck, but is there a connection between the chief and someone who they think is a part of Synergy? So she lets old girl know, hey, I need you to do a background check, dive as deep as you can into figuring out whether or not this is the chief of police. Now, Ryan is over there. Detective Ryan is sitting over there because he tried his hardest to get Robin into custody because Robin did kill his partner in season one. And so she is, or in season two, and she is, and Robin is, he just wants her locked up. He doesn't care what she has been through. All he knows is that she has done some horrible things, and he's sitting there sulking right now because Robin has escaped. Now, of course, Detective Ryan blames everything on Erica and Eric. The Cross twins, they always get the blame for everything. So Lopez is the new the other officer comes to him, who actually Lopez was his old partner's girlfriend. Okay, so now y'all got a little more story on who Lopez is. So anyway, like I said, he tries to blame Eric and Erica, which at this point they don't even have an idea that Robin has even escaped. So the two of them finally make their way to a restaurant or a bar type area, and they just like, let's just get effed up. Like, we've had a long day. I've almost Eric says I've almost died. You've been through a lot. It's been a long freaking week. Centron is dead. Even though Centron was, you know, I liked them, but I didn't like them. You know, they went through the whole emotions, and she's soaking, she's sitting in her sorrow because Centron was her boo. She liked him, and since college. And so anyway, they figure, okay, let's just drink our sorrows away, and you know, brother sister, they're able to have fun. But then they're talking about Kenya, and um Erica is like, this is the first time I ever really see you check on a female to check on, you know, no, most times they're checking on you or looking for you, but this time you're looking for this one. You really like her, huh? You know, and of course Eric is not going to acknowledge that he does like Kenya, but we know that he does because he gets up and go out of the bar to make a phone call to check on her to see if she's okay because she's headed out of town. She's not trying to deal with nothing that's going on. Um and she's just trying to get out of town. So he, like I said, he goes out the bar to make a phone call to check on her. Now in walks the attorney Dubois. Now in from the last episode, Attorney Dubois had checked out Erica from head to toe. He was already feeling her. I mean, you can't not feel her. You know what I mean? As a man, and looking at Erica, not just her physical features, but she's intelligent as I don't know what. She also should have been an attorney, if you ask me. But she knows the law to the fullest, and she definitely uses it. But this actually was a somewhat of a turn on for him. But she's trying to keep it business because she's trying to, first of all, she just lost Citron. And number two, she's trying to help her sister. Now, at this point, Eric has returned back to the table, and they don't know that Robin has escaped. But they look up at the TV screen, and Eric is like, "What the heck?" And on the TV screen is a message saying that Robin has escaped and that they're looking for her. And just as soon as they can look at that TV screen, in walks Detective Brian and Old Girl Lopez. Both of them ready to, like I said, they just have it out, literally have it out for Eric and Erica. No matter what, I think Ryan is a little jealous of Eric and Erica because they know pretty much, they know a lot of information. They're super smart. And I'm not saying that Ryan is not smart, but for some reason, other than because they had nothing to do with what Robin did, but he just has it out for them. So anyway, you guys, we move on and we see the Wonder Twins. I ain't gonna call them the Wonder Twins, Dumb and Dumber, because they don't know what they have gotten themselves into. But Brian, with the comedic side of him, says, "Dang, it's almost like a dang Gina type vibe because Erica Cross whooped Tiffany's behind, and she got bruises on her face to prove it." And he's like, you know, you don't know Eric and Erica. You just gotta leave those people alone because you don't know what they are capable of. And she's like, well, you since you know so much about them, why don't you tell me what they're capable of? He's like, if I tell you, I will have to kill you. And he believes that because the stuff that Eric and Erica have done, I'm talking about, they have taken some people out. That's all. That's all I'll say. They have taken some people out. So anyway, she's still snappy, and well, we're Tiffany and Brian, and just because they just took out Centron, she feels like she's got a little power, but that number, honey, does not compare to what Erica and Eric have done. They some stone cold killers. That's all I can tell you. So then Brian asked her, well, where is your daughter? Where's your child? Where's your son? Like, when he want to be with his mom? And Brian begins to cry because, you know, Brian's mom died in that fire when they burnt that building down. And matter of fact, she was the one that actually set the fire so that they could shut the whole building down. And Brian was trying to get his mom out, but he couldn't save her. So, you know, he's asking her, well, where's your son? I know your son would want to be with your mom, with you. So, she's like, well, it's better if he's with my mom. And Brian just tells her, I don't agree with that. I think that it would be better if your child was with you. But anyway, we move on and we see DeAndre and Robin. And DeAndre is like, Robin is pressuring DeAndre. Look, who is that lady? You say she's my birth mother. I need to know what's going on. And DeAndre is like, look, well, she's going to be here to tell you that story herself. I can't tell you her story. She's going to be the one to tell you. So then, coincidentally, Eric and Erica ring DeAndre's doorbell because they automatically assume that Robin is with DeAndre, and their assumption was correct. And so Robin and the Erica and Robin and Erica and Eric and Robin, they all, hug, and like they went from being strangers to being like loving, like a real family unit. And so anyway, they are there and they're waiting on the mother, their real mother. Now they sit down because at this point, Eric and Erica don't know that the birth mother is actually coming. And Robin says that, she tells them, hey, our mother is alive. Our mother Gemini is alive. And they're like, no, she died in an accident. That's what, and DeAndre is like, well, was there a body? And they said, no, there was nothing to identify. We just know that she was dead. So ding dong, the bell rings, you guys. And in walks Gemini. But before she walks in, Eric and Erica, they do their thing. They hide out because they don't really know who's exactly at the door. But they got their guns ready just in case they got to blame somebody. So anyway, Gemini walks in. Her last name is Cross, just like Eric and Erica. Y'all keep in mind the name Cross because I got something else I'm going to tell you guys about. But they see her and they're like shocked, like, it's really our mother. Like, you're supposed to be dead. You said you were dead. Like, what happened? So basically, Gemini says that she had to make an agreement with Kate to because they had taken Robin, but in order to protect her from being in that life as far as being a sex slave, she had to agree to help Kate and Synergy. So that's why she was going so long, and she was just trying to protect Robin, and so the questions were flying. The Eric and Erica, they were of course upset, but they're kind of trying to understand the situation. So anyway, moving on, you guys. Remember I was telling you guys about Cade. Now Cade is played by Tamak Guerrero, who was in The Last Dragon long time ago, one of my favorite 90s movies, 80s or 90s films. Tamak Guerrero. Now, he is back as a new character by the name of Cade Cross. Told y'all about the name, right? Listen, Cade Cross, okay? So anyway, Cade sits down at the dinner table with Tiffany and Brian automatically goes into panic mode, almost as if he has seen the devil himself, and begins to spaz out and just nervous. And Cade lets him know, oh, it's never over. You can never leave Synergy. And he thinking, Brian was like, well, since the house burned down, he thought he was free. But now, for those of you that have never watched, Brian grew up in that lifestyle. He was kidnapped as a child. Like I said, his mom was a part of Synergy. She was taken as well. And so he knows rules. He knows everything that goes on in Synergy. So Kate came in and let him know, look, you're a part of this and you're going to forever be a part of this. And oh my God, as y'all can see the look on his face, poor Brian. That's all I can say at this point. I wanted Brian to be gotten rid of, but I really feel bad for him because of everything that he has gone through as a child, as grown up. So anyway, we see the two. Um, we see Tanya and Detective Ryan, and she comes and lets Detective Ryan know, which is her husband. She lets him know, hey, I found the proof that we need to prove that the person we're looking for is your boss. And so Ryan is like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and go and snatch him up. And she's like, no, no, we have to wait for a warrant. We have to wait for a warrant. Now, y'all remember what I'm saying? She said we had to wait for a warrant because I got a couple of speculations to go along with this. So he's like, okay, cool, we're gonna wait for the warrant. Now, last but not least, you guys, we see Cade and he enters into the chief of police's car, the back seat, and y'all see the picture that I have right here of the urn. And y'all, that guy right there, that's Marcus Polk. I don't know if y'all remember him from Moesha, but he was in the episode. He was in the season. He was in season like 2 or 3, and he was in prison. His character was murdered in prison, but he was also set up by Cade to go to prison for life. He was also set up by Cade, which is this the man up there in the corner. He set him up to die in prison. So chief of police is in the car and he's sad, he's mourning, and like I said, Kate hops in the car with him and lets him know, look, I already got them, trying to get them off your case as being, the warrant is being delayed. Now, Cade said this out of his own mouth. He was like, I got the warrant being delayed. So my question is, what position does Cade have, or who does he know that he can delay warrants and all the other craziness that is going on? But anyway, he lets him know, if the gun that you tried to pull, you should just kill yourself with it. And the next thing you know, we guys, all we hear is Kate gets out the car and we hear a gunshot. Y'all, this episode was mad crazy. I know I took a long freaking time to give it to you guys, but this episode was mad crazy. And when I tell you, we gotta check out who Cade is, because Cade's last name is Cross also. So is Cade any relation to Erica and Eric? There's got to be some relation. Is he the actual father? Is he their uncle? Like, who is Cade to Eric and Erica, y'all? With that being said, I know I took a long time to give y'all this recap, but I appreciate your patience. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can receive notification of brand new content. Okay. All right, you guys. That's about it. Thank you guys so much. And you guys stay ruthless.